So now our EC2 instance is connected to the database. So what we will do is we will select this EC2 instance and we will SSH into this instance using the connect button. We will use the instance connect option and let's just say connect. This will open a new tab and now we should be able to run the SSH command using this terminal.
So once your instance connect is accessible, you should be able to see this terminal. On this terminal, we will have to now run few commands. Okay. So the first command is let's become a super user. So we will say sudo su. Press enter. Now the next thing that we will do is we are going to install Java. Okay. So for that we run this command. I will share the set of commands separately with all of you. The Yum is basically a Linux package manager using which you can install multiple different applications or packages. So now, as of now, we are installing Java. Once that is complete, the next step is then we will have to download the Spring Boot application. Okay. So I have already uploaded this application on my S3 bucket and we will use a Linux utility or command called as wget. Wget means webget. It means that you can get a file from the web. Okay. So this Spring Boot jar file is already present in my Spring Boot in my S3 bucket, okay, with public access, and anybody can download it. So I will just say wget copy this and go to my terminal and let's run this command. Hopefully Java has been installed now. Okay, it's still in progress. Okay, so now the installation is complete. We will type clear to clear the previous steps. And now let's paste the wget command. Okay. So please note we are not changing any directories or anything. We are in your home directory. So if I type pwd present working directory, it will show you the current directory. So don't change the directories or anything. Keep it as it is. Okay. So now this has been installed. This has been downloaded, not is running. Okay. So now for this application to work correctly, we have to do few things. Okay. So the first thing is we will have to create a file named as application.properties. Okay. And in that file, we will have to provide few properties. So these properties are read by the Spring Boot application and so that it can work correctly. Okay. So since the Spring Boot application needs to connect to a database, we need to provide the details of the database as to what is the name of the host, what is the name of the database. So test is the same database that we created earlier, right? We have to specify the username and the password. So there are three things that we need to modify. Okay. So what you will need to do is copy the set of properties that I have shared with you. Okay. Take these properties into a notepad or a text pad and then replace this entire section, okay, including these angle brackets, okay, with the endpoint of your database. Okay, I will repeat that here you will have to replace this entire highlighted section with your RDS database endpoint. The host name the port 3306 will remain the same. the name of the database should be test because this is the name we have given. The username will be admin, the password will be admin. So we don't have to do any changes here. Okay. So let's make these changes. So now I will copy this section and put it into an online notepad. Okay. And then I will delete this highlighted part. I will go to my RDS database. I will copy this particular endpoint and then paste it here. Please ensure that there is no space here or there is no space here. It should look like this. The username should be admin, the password should be password. Now we will copy this content. I will copy this. I will go into my EC2 instance connect. Here I will use the VI editor. So I will type VI. The name of the property file is application.properties. So using the Linux VI editor, I am creating this file. Okay, application.properties. Please ensure that the name exactly matches. Press enter now. Now listen these steps carefully. So here now you will press the I button, I key. Press I. Once you press I, here you will see insert. Now you paste the content that you have copied. Okay, and then press escape and colon W Q and enter. So now you have created a file called as application properties. If you want to see the contents of the file, you have to use the cat command, cat space application dot properties. Press enter and then you should be able to see your content. Okay. Now this part is done. The next part is to run our application. Okay. For running the application, you have to type this command, java-jar spring boot backend.jar. I will paste this command here and I will press enter now. What we are doing is we are telling Java to execute the code which is present in this jar file, and then you will see a lot of output coming in. You will see Spring over here, then Tomcat initialized with port 80, starting Tomcat, initializing this, that, starting Spring Boot backend application. Okay, so you should see this kind of a output. Okay, so basically here the Spring Boot application is starting Tomcat on port 80 and it is connecting to the database. You shouldn't be seeing any kind of a error message or exception message. Okay, now the next step is to kill the process that we have started. The reason for killing this process now is because if we close this window, then the application will automatically stop running and your web application will not work. To prevent that, what we will do is press Control C. Okay. When you press Control C, then the application got terminated. Now what we will do is we will copy another command, no hub, this command. So the intent of the first command was to ensure that the application is starting correctly and there is no problem in connecting to the database. This was the intent. And now we have verified that, so we will run this application in background. The reason for running it in background is that even if you close this terminal, then also the application will keep running. Okay, so now I will enter this command. Okay, and application got started and it is now in a running state. Okay, so this part is complete now. The installation of your application on EC2 machine is successfully completed. Now the next step is we will create a load balancer and register this EC2 instance. Okay, so let's go to the next step.